Hi everyone, it's Penny Black and Jill Foster here with another PB&J card class. This is actually the 11th video in our Share Your Love Stash Busting Sketches video series. It's been such an honor to be sharing these with you, and thank you so much for all of the kind, wonderful comments that you've left. They mean so much to me. So here is a look at the sketch that we are using today. I love this sketch. It's a go-to for me. That's how I come up with most of these sketches, is it's card designs that I find myself returning to again and again. So I like to prep my sketch, my basic sketch elements in advance. So this is Penny Black's vintage postcard and the Posted with Love stamps, and I grabbed this one when I prepped, but I didn't actually end up using that. So don't be afraid if you put something in there and it just doesn't work. That's okay too. So one more reminder that all of the sketches included in this Share Your Love video series have been put together in an ebook for you with a 2-page spread for each video showing you the sketch, where to start, and the card ideas. So you can take a look at all of those and have an easy reference. It's a really affordable PDF download. So I'll put a link down in the YouTube description box if you'd like to check it out and show your support. So I am stamping today. I'm doing all of my stamping onto Bristol smooth paper because I'm going to color this in with some markers. I'm also going to use some of our new Stick and Shine sentiments, and I love using them on the Bristol smooth paper. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that vintage postcard design, and then what you can do with this sketch is any image that you want to feature, you can go ahead and stamp over on that left hand side. It could be something elegant like this heart with roses from our Tender Roses stamp set. It could be a cute critter, anything that you love, and for any season as well. So I'm going to color today using my Tombow dual brush pens, and the key for this technique is doing this on that Bristol smooth paper and using a water soluble marker like these. If you prefer to watercolor, just do the same thing on watercolor paper, or if it's Copics, use a Copic friendly ink and Copic paper, and you can follow the sketch with whatever medium that you love. I'm putting down my darkest color, and then I'm going in with my next sort of lighter version of that color. I put the darkest kind of where the petals are folding in. And then I will grab an even lighter color to finish out the coloring, and it is that simple. I kind of overlap the coloring there to blend those together. It's very easy to do, really nice, vibrant, fun results, and just something a little bit different. So you can see there, just putting in that color. Now I will list all of the exact colors of markers that I'm using, the ink, the paper, all of that's listed for you in the YouTube description box below, as well as all of the Penny Black stamps and dies, and everything else is listed and linked for you down there as well. So if you have a question about something or you want more details, just be sure to check that out. I've listed everything for you there. Now for this rose, I used just the 2 lighter colors that I used on that first one, and you can see it gives you a little bit different look without that darker purple shadow in there. So just followed that process, working my way around the image. And I'm going to do that here on the leaves, putting down a kind of a light green and then a touch of blue. Then I'm also going to color with this onto an acrylic block. Now, looking back, I would not do this step again, but I kept it in here just because I want to show you. We all do things that we go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's really hard with these markers once you've colored not to get it wet and have it start to blend and bleed out a little bit. So if I was going to do this again, I would actually just ink it like I end up doing using an ink blending tool and a foam pad, or I would do this part first before I color any of the flowers in. So learn from my mistake. Because you can see there's some of those starting to sort of blend and bleed out. Then I tried to fix it and things got even worse. So I do think I make it work the best that I can. I wasn't going to start all over on this card. I will tell you that's another thing I love when I follow sketches. I usually make 2 to 4 cards for each sketch. So if you have a card go awry, you can just toss it too. It's just paper. And so, especially if you already have a couple going, you can learn from what you did and just move on to the next one that you already have prepped. So I do keep working at this longer than I needed to. As you can see, I'm not really doing much here except spreading a little light purple into the mix. But I will show you here how we can make this work. Then I thought, maybe I'll just color and make it darker. But that didn't quite fix things up either. So at this point, I learned, let it go. So I am going to now get out my ink blending tool and a foam pad and just very lightly apply some ink. The colors will be listed below. And I do think that saved this card. The marker colors are really, really vibrant. So if you don't press too hard, you can pretty much ink over the top of them if your ink color for the background is light, and it's also kind of a version of the color that you're using. I also like to add a touch of that color up here in this corner to sort of create a diagonal movement across the card and to carry that color over. I'm going to grab some Toffee Crunch ink and also add just a little touch of that to give it more of a vintage vibe. You'll have to tell me in the comments below though. Do you think I saved it or should I have tossed this one? Don't worry, you won't hurt my feelings. So I'm still working on it. I decide maybe darker. So I will put a little bit more of a darker blue. I do think that is more of a dynamic look. Now it's mostly just that one part up at the top that's bothering me where that flower did that bleeding out. A little bit more of that Toffee Crunch to each corner. Here I have some die cut butterflies, and I do like to have these to carry that color of the flowers up towards the other side of the card. I've put them just on a piece of painter's tape here so I can easily apply the ink using an ink blending tool and a foam pad, just kind of pouncing that on. Mixing colors just back and forth till I get something that matches. You could also color them with the markers. And I'm just checking there to see if I'm happy with the color. All right, and now I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So for this sketch, this little area over here where you'd normally put the address is a great place, a great home to add your sentiment on your card. I love this sentiment when you combine it with hearts because I feel like it can be used for lots of different occasions. So you can use these heart stamps then for a birthday or even a graduation. This is the Posted with Love stamp set, so I'm just going to add some light tone on tone stamping with that up in the corner. And there is the finished card. I've just added those butterflies on there to embellish. So I think maybe I saved it. You'll have to let me know. Now I wanted to show you these sentiments. These are our Stick and Shine Shimmering Hugs sentiment set. And this is a really easy way to add a foiled look to your cards without having to have any heat or expensive tools. So you just trim off the one that you want to use, peel off the backing sheet. Works like a rub-on basically, but it's going to leave a sticky impression or a sticky rub-on on there. I'm going to press that down where I want it. This is where that smooth Bristol paper makes it really easy to transfer. We have an applicator tool that you can use, or you can just use your finger or like an old gift card or credit card, and you're just going to rub that on, transfer that sticky design. And then peel up that sheet. The sticky design is there, so you grab your foil, and we do sell foil if you're looking for some. And then you just use that tool to very lightly press that onto the sticky area. and it's going to transfer that foiled design right there. That is it. It is that simple to have a foiled design on your cards. I love it for sentiments. It's just that little extra something, I think, that takes it to the next level, especially with these sort of simple one-layer cards. So here is a look at that. You can match it up to the color of your heart or your main image, or you can go with like a really classic sort of gold on there. And I'll show you one more. This is from that same Shimmering Hugs sentiment set, just trimming off one. Here I used a rose from my stash over there on that left side. That is prized. And I'm just going to put this here. Again, this sketch gives you a home for everything. I'll rub that on using our applicator tool. Peel up the sheet. The sticky design has now transferred, and I'll lay the foil shiny side up. If you want to see some more of our foiled designs, I'll try and remember to put a link for a video all about our stick and shine. We have lots of really great stick and shine designs, and I'll try and remember to put a link down in that YouTube section for you. And there is that gorgeous foiled sentiment. So here is another look at that card, and then I'll give you a look at all three of them together. I sure hope you've enjoyed this series, that you're enjoying these sketches. Maybe you've gotten the ebook and you are working through some of them yourself. Here is another look at all three of these. Try and catch that sentiment in the light for you. There you go. Sending some love. And I think this is my favorite one. I really like this sort of unexpected yellows and oranges on this one, especially with that foiled bright happy sentiment. One more reminder that all the sketches included here are part of a video series, and I do have a video showing how I prepped to create all of these videos and cards. It's a really great system. I'll link it for you down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and you can continue to connect with Penny Black on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, as well as Instagram, our website, and blog. All will be linked for you down in the description box below. Happy stamping!